Welcome to Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. This is where we answer all of your questions about puppyhood. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Sparky from the Puppy Academy. We're excited you're here. And now let's get to the show. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Ask a Puppy Trainer Show episode 251. If you can't tell, I'm solo today. So that means I gotta be loud and I gotta talk fast because Bethany's not gonna say I'm yelling in her ear. So, welcome. Anyone who has a question for us, if you've already sent them in, awesome. If you have already sent them in, but you still want your question answered, throw it in the chat. I'm honestly a little bit more likely to respond to people that respond to me in the chat. So even if you threw me a question on the email or whatever, and you're on live and you have an answer or a follow-up question to the question you just answered, throw it in the chat. I like the back and forth. It feels a lot more personal. I want to start with a few questions that came from one of our videos, which was like, remind me, Rick, was it like if your dog sleeps in the bed?
Are you failing?
Are you failing? Are you failing if your dog sleeps in the bed? And me and Bethany are... Puppy. Oh, dog or puppy, really. But people... Me and Bethany do like to joke. So like you'll get the response and it's like, no, you're a failure. No, you're not really a failure, but it depends on what your puppy gives you. So here's a few questions that someone asked. What if it's only after breakfast, but they're crated the rest of the night? That could be okay. Maybe it's not. What response do you get from your puppy after they've been on that bed for 10, 15 minutes in the morning? Do they get down and then you get zoomies in the living room right after? Are you getting, no, I'm not allowing anyone to co-host. Can you decline that? I cannot focus on that when it's on the screen. You basically want to see what energy you get. If I give my dog 20 minutes of affection on the bed, and then after I stop and I get 20 minutes of them trying to nip at my arms, and I'm like, no, off, Dad, the dog's biting me. When I'm getting that kind of response, what you pet is what you get. So if you promote that level of nippiness through extra affection, more touching, your puppy becomes overstimulated, you're actually the one that's causing the nippiness and the biting. It's your fault. It's not your puppy's fault. Same thing with the bed. If I'm struggling with really big zoomies, jumping and nipping at my clothes in the morning, having a dog on the bed does create more separation anxiety, but it also allows them to feel more like a human, and it makes the human become more like a dog. So it's like your dog is going to start treating you like a playmate versus the leader of the household. And I'm not talking about the alpha mentality, alpha dog, beta. No, I'm not talking about that. I mean, those are like big buzzwords from 10 years ago. I'm talking about leadership. I'm talking about making sure your puppy knows that they look to you for what they need and they don't demand it. They ask for it through training and repetition. So that'd be my recommendation for that one. Next one was, how old are you talking here? Up to what age? Whatever age your dog is, if they have severe separation anxiety, can you leave your home with your dog laying on the couch or laying on their dog bed? Can you go to your car, leave, and for a couple hours, your dog just kind of lays on their bed, hangs out, gets up once or twice to go get some water, hears a noise, goes to look out the window, doesn't see you there, goes back to the bed and just lays down and sleeps? If you're getting that, you don't have an issue. This doesn't apply to you. If you're getting anxiety, pacing, constant water drinking, like obsessive water drinking, they're looking for a task, but they can't satisfy themselves without you being there, you have separation anxiety. Sleeping in the bed for a 9-year-old dog or a 9-month or a 9-week-old dog is going to have the same result. You're going to build more separation anxiety. They don't depend on themselves to build confidence. All their reliance is on you. But then you might also get other things like if I don't give my dog pets and they push a toy against my leg, I might get a lot of pawing at me. I might get some demand barking. That's them crossing a threshold, treating you like a playmate, like a companion, not their leader, who's also a companion. So I think that one's a little bit tough. This also feeds into the balanced dog trainer, positive reinforcement only, force-free training, dominance training. Everyone's going to have a slightly different response. Remember, we're balanced dog trainers, so we do say the word no. We do help dogs settle through training. We do a lot of different techniques to create calmness in our dogs, but yeah, it really just depends on what kind of trainer that you ask. Positive reinforcement only trainers might say, nope, they can stay on the bed with you, and if they cry, that's them just wanting to give you affection. I see it a little differently. If I can't leave without them feeling anxiety, then I see myself as the one causing the anxiety by letting them sleep in the bed. So age doesn't matter. Personality does. And a lot of the personality your dogs have, it's not from just you. They're born with a certain level of personality that you can influence.
Do you want to take that question?
No, I want to finish this last one, and then I'm going to go to TikTok questions, just because they're all from the same video. All three of these questions are from the same video, so I feel like they're easy, quick ones. This is Life with Nala. I like you, Nala, because I think you're making a joke, and I like jokes. Wait, if not in bed with humans, where then? On the floor? Like a dog? And she's got all the funny emojis. I like you, Nala. Yeah. Well, like a dog, but it's not on the floor. It's in a dog bed. It's not necessarily in a dog bed. It could be in the crate. It's really just what your dog needs. If I have a dog who is really needy when they're out of the crate, I'm going to crate them overnight because I know that they need more separation. They need better sleep. I snore like a freight train. They need good sleep rest time. And if I snore like a freight train and they can't sleep through my snoring, I'm going to put the crate in my office space because they'll do better there. They'll have better sleep there when they can get past some of the separation guides. So everyone's different. But yeah, I mean, if I have a dog who is sleeping on the floor, I'm going to get them in dog bed and they'll sleep on a dog bed. If I have them leaving the dog bed trying to constantly get up in the bed with me, that's probably a little bit of separation anxiety, which every puppy has. It's just to the degree that they have it. Then I'll put them in the crate. So I find that, truth time. I don't have Bethany here, so I get to tell stories. I may have slept with my dog in the bed for the first 5 years. I know. I did it. I did crate for maybe the first 6 months. Dog was really good. I was a single man. I didn't have any ladies sleep in my bed or men, depending on what your goals are. But nothing was in my bed except for a dog. She was a really, really well-behaved dog. My whole life as a dog trainer was dedicated to training her. We didn't go out and have her jump on people. I didn't go to dog parks for socialization. I did everything myself. I did every training session. I set up all my play sessions. I created a very, very balanced dog. I never had issues with separation anxiety. I married my wife 6 years later. We move into an apartment together. We're living together, and my dog's no longer sleeping on the bed. She couldn't have given a single crud that she wasn't on the bed. She didn't care. She doesn't even really like me, it almost seemed like. But no, I'm just joking. Like, she loves me. But dogs are going to respond to what you teach them. So she didn't give me a negative response to sleeping on her dog bed, not even in the bedroom. She would leave the bedroom and go sleep on the living room dog bed. She wanted her space and she was comfortable there. So she didn't have severe separation anxiety. She was actually very balanced and comfortable. I'm wrapping that one up now. So it's about your dog's personality and how you train them from a young age and the type of confidence that you instill. Now I'm done with that one. All right. Do you have any TikTok ones? Instagram, I love you guys, but you guys freeze every 2 seconds.
They haven't been any questions yet, but let me know. From Instagram. What do you recommend for a teething puppy that bites hard? He has gotten plenty of sleep, food, and food.
Oh, sleep and food. Okay. What do you recommend for a teething puppy that bites hard? He has gotten plenty of sleep and food. I didn't hear the word training in there, though. Training is really what I'm looking for. So I'll go through it once because there's going to be a few questions where I kind of give the same answer. We have an activity window on every crate time. Look, I even got this guy in front of me. Guys, it's work time, play time, break time, calm time. Your work time is training. 10 minutes of walking up and down your living room, and every time your puppy runs ahead of you, you say, puppy, come, and you go back 3 steps. Good, food, you turn, you walk. They're with you, they go ahead. Puppy, come, good, food, turn, you walk the other way. You do that for like 10 minutes. Then you pull out a toy. You do some tug for 5 to 10 minutes. You get the release, the sit, and you give it right back. So it's a mutual understanding. They let you have the toy, you give it back. Both sides feel rewarded. And then you do another 5 minutes of training after that, another 2 minutes of play. Your dog is starting to look tired. That's how I start getting calm. And then I put them on their place, their little dog bed. I sit next to them because I want to give my dog affection. I go to pet them and they start nibbling on my hand. That's not teething. That's them feeling overstimulated and just not wanting to be pet. And I'm going to give 2 examples because it may not actually be that. It may be them chewing on like furniture or something. If you're on still, tell me if it's furniture or your hands. That really does matter. And are you petting your dog before the teething or the nipping, because it wouldn't be teething at that point? Or are you just kind of ignoring them? They're walking up just chewing on your shoe. If my dog is overstimulated, I'm more likely to get nipping. It kind of feels like teething because it's sharp and they just will kind of like gnaw on you a little bit. But most of the time that's overstimulation bites because it feels good in their mouth, or they feel overstimulated. Both. Okay, cool. Let's address the first one. So in my world, the first one is going to be overstimulated puppy who's being pet. Stop petting your dog. They don't want to be pet. They don't want to be pet. And that's okay. they're puppies. They have high energy. They're constantly overstimulated and like very neurotic. They don't want to be pet. They want to be trained. They want to be worked, and they want to be played with. And if you go to pet them and they start nibbling at your hands, stop petting them. Pull out some food, grab a toy, and just start engaging with the toy a little bit. I bet you after like 5-6 minutes of toy engagement, just letting them chew and you're kind of like holding it for them, they kind of just start like relaxing. And I might even be able to kind of just do a deep pressure massage on my dog's neck. Now, petting, strokes, pulls all the individual hair follicles, and it creates overstimulation because it actually starts hurting after enough petting. It's pulling out the hair follicles. When they feel that, they get overstimulated. They want to start turning the head and nibbling at your hand. That's your sign to be like, oh, we're done. You just kind of pull our hands back. I might give a treat and do like, sit down, good. Little handful of kibble so they redirect to the kibble, and I'm done petting. The other version that gets you slightly better pets is massage. So I'm not stroking my dog's back, I'm massaging. The neck, I'm like getting between all those like little like shoulder bones and massaging the neck. I'm doing like a real deep pressure, slow massage. What's this say?
He bites my clothes through and bites them and rakes them even when I'm not interacting with him.
Yeah, okay. So when you are interacting and he bites you, do what I just mentioned. You need more training, you need more leash work, more redirection work, and you need a 3-strike rule. 3-strike, very specific for after you're done training. 3-strike rule is first say a loud no, and it's not angry, it's just a loud, brace for it, Ricky, I'm gonna yell. No! It's loud. It kind of reverberates through the room a little bit. I'm never mad when I do that. I'm not sweating. My pores aren't leaking. Like, I'm not giving out heavy emotion through my pores and my sweat. I'm just creating a moment. Take a breath. Let it out. Firm no. Calmly walk up to your puppy. Pick up their leash. Use some food, and then create a redirection. When I give a no, it's my job to redirect to a positive. Otherwise, all my dog does is think they're in trouble, and it creates more frustration and so correction, redirection, reward. If I'm going to say no, I need to help them do the right thing so I can create it, so I can turn it into a good or a yes. So I'm going to redirect back. Strike 2 is usually when I use my body a little bit more. No, don't go kick your dog. That's not what we're saying. It's called spatial pressure. It means moving towards your dog with your leash kind of out and in front of you, and it creates a back pressure on their spine because the harness is on, and my feet moving towards them eats up their space. Dogs tend to give space when you move in, and they take space when you move away from them. You're moving in to kind of back them off a step. Your feet are almost shuffling on the ground. They're not going up, kicking your puppy in the face. They're shuffling, so it's a very clear message of, hey, like move your feet back as my feet slide forward. That creates the message. Once they back off and settle, you go back to food. You do a little bit more training. Now, I'm getting to something if you guys can't tell. There is a point to where I can't do 3, 4, 5, 6 strikes. Baseball, 3 strikes, you're out of there. Crate is not a punishment. That's a very important thing to say before I tell you this. I'm going to calmly pick up my puppy because I'm mad. Release that energy. Just let it go. Calmly pick up your puppy. They're done. Their brain is exhausted. Their body still has energy. You'll never exhaust the body fully, but you can exhaust the brain. Calmly put them in the crate. Take off their gear. Close, lock, cover. Now, if you tell the dog, bad puppy, go in your house, you've created a negative association to crate. They will not want to go into crate voluntarily if you do that enough times. It's about the mutual understanding. The zero emotion, it's a neutral, put them in the crate. You've basically done everything you can to help them. You've done walk, you've done play, you've done training, you've done existence, you've done redirection, you've done your 3 strikes. You couldn't do more. It is literally time for them to take a nap. So that only answers the first part, which is if you're petting or your dog is just overstimulated. If I wake up in the morning, what's her person's name? I'm going to call you, was it Beth? I feel like it was Beth or something. Becca. Oh, I was so close. I got the B. Becca, if I wake up in the morning, I bring my dog out of the crate, and I'm just walking to a little land shark jumping up, biting my robe or my clothes, that's actually a little bit different. I'm going to give you the Bethany advice. I don't tend to do the Bethany advice, but I know it does work well if you're very, very patient, which I'm not. The Bethany advice is you have them on leash when you bring them out of the crate, and the first thing I'm doing when I bring them out of the crate is I'm going to walk 1 step. Puppy goes to bite my clothes, pressure up and out. Wait 1 second. They kind of back off. I give slack and I drop some food on the ground, like a little, like mini handful of food. Then I take a couple steps. They catch up to me, drop a little handful of food. Take a couple steps, a little handful of food. Then eventually take a couple steps, reward at the side with an open palm. backwards, holding the food so they can eat it out of your hand. And then eventually, I'm walking. Good. Treat on my knee. Good. Treat on my knee. Good. Treat on my knee. I'm trying to teach them how to follow me and create an understanding. Now, that was kind of an amalgamation of both mine and Bethany's. So I'm more about the leash pressure, especially in the morning when I'm really, really tired and cranky and I don't have the 30 seconds of awakeness to do like food work. I'm lazy. More lazy than Bethany for sure. So I'm going to do, let them out of the crate. I'll close the door a few times if they're really, really overexcited because I'm setting a precedent from the second they come out of the crate. I open the door. They try to bolt out. No, close and don't. We're not slamming it. We're just calmly closing it fast enough before they get out so it doesn't feel like it's bonking them. And we're just, no, close. They take a step back. They sit. I open the door and I'll do that 4 or 5 times until they're eventually like, all right. I open the door. They think about it, but they back off, sit, and they just stay neutral and relaxed. That's when I'll reach in with my leash, clip on. If I let them out and they're already jumping up at me, I'm going to do pressure up, hold for a couple seconds, wait for them to settle, and then relax my leash. I'll do that usually 3 or 4 times in a row. They're very overstimulated coming out of the crate. Puppy tries to jump. Nope. Pressure up, and I'm on the harness, guys. So it's just kind of like holding their body away from me at about 1.5 feet, 2 foot distance. They back off and wait, slack, jump right away, pressure. They wait, they calm, slack. And now you get this one moment, this 1.5 second window where they're like, the jumping's not working, the biting's not working. What the heck do I do? It's our job within that time frame to pull out a couple kibble. Come, good food. Come, good food. One of the first routines I do in the morning is my relationship building exercise. I'll do like 5 to 10 repetitions of that easy come motion. No sit, no down, no stay. It's just come good food, come good food, come good food. Create movement. Let your puppy use some of that neurotic, like sleeping puppy energy. And when they're finally starting to move to follow you, then turn and walk outside for your potty. So it's that initial big burst of energy you're trying to work down and settle before trying to do the things that you need to do. Now, if your dog is really prone to having accidents, I'm going to get him out of the crate, pick him up, put him under my arm like a coach purse. So if the puppy's sitting up here by your heart, that's too much pressure. We want them right here, right in your arm in the crook. So it's like back feet are over the arm and I'm just holding right here. That allows me to walk through. I start getting some jumping at my face. Boop, second hand comes in just on top. And I kind of just brace my puppy and I just keep cruising. I get outside. I've already got the harness and leash on, set down, break, go potty. You hang out for a second. They go potty. Then I give my enrichment. Oh, that was a really long answer. Did I say it was going to be quick?
I don't think so.
Oh, thank God. It wasn't quick.
You want to
It wasn't
do
quick at all.
another question?
Heck yeah, I do. What else we got? Okay,
This one.
I see what you're
My
doing.
12-week-old.
Ooh, that's a good one. My 12-week-old Frenchie puppy is completely okay with pottying in his crate. I wake up every 4 hours to
take him out. And
God.
he is still using the bathroom in his crate. I clean it with enzyme cleaner.
Okay. What's it? Nausea? Nausea Day? I can't. I'm trying to read the name so I can reference the name. Is it Nausea? I'm going to call you Nausea. I think it's Nausea. Nausea. Oh wait, there's more. No. Go up.
Used to.
To take him out. Oh, I wake up every 4 hours to take him out, and he is still using the bathroom in his crate. I clean it with. Oh, same thing. Okay. Nausea. Is this in the day or at night? Is this overnight? I hear yes.
Yes.
Yes to what?
Maybe her name.
Yes. Okay, cool. Nausea. Is your potty happening at the nighttime or just the daytime? Or is it just nighttime and not the daytime? And are you crating in the daytime? Nausea, we got you on the line now, girl. You gotta respond quicker than that. Can you scroll up a little bit? I can't tell if there's questions below it.
No, that's it.
Dang it. Nausea, help me out. Okay, good. I'm going to pretend like you give an answer, and I'm going to answer every version of the question I can think of.
Overnight, he's usually good at the day. What's happening overnight?
He's usually good. 12-week-old puppy, that's about probably about 2.5 hours more than I would do with him.
They crate him during the day for about 2 hours.
Oh, that's not bad. Well, where's the 4 hours coming in? Wait. You said up there you take him out every 4 hours.
Overnight.
Overnight, every 4 hours.
Yes.
Oh.
And then during the day, every 2 hours, and then out for an hour.
Okay. Do you give a potty before you put him back in the crate? after an hour of activity time. To give you an idea, if we had a 12-week-old puppy in this program, I would do 30 minutes of activity time total. There would be no break time because a 12-week-old puppy is usually too young to have break time. And if they're out for more than 30 minutes, I'll give one more potty right before they go back in the crate, even if our schedule doesn't tell you to do it. Okay.
The issue is more overnight.
Probably. No, I think she said overnight is fine. It's only in the day.
During the day was fine. Overnight is
What?
4 hours. Yeah. That was my interpretation.
Yes, I do crate, potty activity, potty crate, but sometimes he won't potty the second time. Put him in the crate for 5 minutes. Take him back out after 5 minutes. We had a dog years and years and years ago named Rambo. He was a Frenchie, and I bet you he's still alive out there somewhere just having a blast. Rambo would literally go in his crate. We could set a 30-second timer. He would pee within 30 seconds. We actually had to start putting him in the crate, like take him out for potty, give him a chance. We'd put him in the crate and be like, 3, 2, run him outside, and he would pee outside right after that. So sometimes it's habitual. It's also comfort level. So if your dog is really comfortable in the crate, but not as comfortable outside, that's a big reason for it. That's literally how mine is, yeah. So you're probably doing what we had to do for Rambo, which was a really tight schedule, extremely limiting water. And that doesn't mean you take away water. It means that you measure out how much water your dog actually needs. If it's not a Dalmatian and it's not a pointer, I think it's pointer, whatever. It's one of the breeds, but I know Dalmatian is one of them, so there's no kidney or liver issues. You can give a half cup of water for every 30 pounds of body weight every 2 to 3 hours. Think about that measurement. So I got a dog who's 15 pounds. That's a quarter cup. I got a dog who's 7 pounds. That's an eighth of a cup. I got a dog who's 4 pounds. That's a 16th of a cup. Like, it goes down depending on how big your dog is. So I would be giving water at the end of my free time, right before that final potty break. Give the water, let them drink their fill of that whatever measurement for that time frame. Remove the water bowl after, put it up on a sink so there's no extra water. Check that your food doesn't have water in it. So if it's like a fresh pet food, that fresh pet food is going to have water in it, like crude water, like crude moisture percentage. That's also going to affect how much water he has in him, affecting the potty. And then crate size matters. If this is my dog, this is how big they are. This is my crate. This is my crate. This is my dog. That dog's gonna pee in that crate all day long because they're just pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until they eventually pee. I hope that's not as annoying for you guys on the mic. Probably is. But just back and forth till eventually they pee. Or they circle anxiously and pace inside of it until they pee. You need a crate for a dog this big. Way too big. Perfect. They can go in a circle to lay down, but there's no pacing back and forth. It's small. All the dog should be able to do in their crate is walk in, do a turn, lay down, and relax. And if you got a sprawler like Adobe or something, you might need a slightly longer crate so they can sprawl out those legs. The biggest thing I always think about though too is if my dog sits in their crate, they're sitting down and they're doing this, hunching their head because it touches the top, your crate is too small. You need a taller crate. They do make specialty crates too for different breed sizes and like different breed mixes because they do tend to need different size crates. So just food for thought. Is there any other part of that question that I missed?
No.
No, I feel like that was it. You just need to do more frequent potties, less crate time in the daytime. If it's 2 hours, I do like an hour and a half, and make sure you get that final potty at the end. And I would only be doing about 30 minutes of activity time and probably for another 2 or 3 weeks until that potty time's a little bit more on check. And then make sure you're giving good exercise. If you're not giving good exercise, play and training on all these windows, it's going to be a lot harder for him to fall asleep and rest. And don't overplay him. I wouldn't do more than 5 minutes of play at a time for a 12-week-old dog, unless it's like a sport breed, like a Aussie, a Shepherd, Adobe, or Rottie, something that's like meant to work for a living. Those dogs need more exercise, additional training, and more constructive play like fetch, drop, play, sit, down, fetch. Tug, drop, sit, down, stay, pause, toss the toy on the ground, break, go for the toy. So they need slightly more constructive, like regulated play.
I think this is a quick one.
What we got?
I have a 5-month-old puppy that is deaf. I have a hard time holding her attention while training. Any tips?
It's going to sound weird because we never give this advice on the live show. Educator.com, like ecollar.com, they make a vibration only e-collar that I have trained so many of our deaf dogs on because it doesn't have any shock or stimulation. It's just literally a light vibration, but it has a level that can go higher of vibration. So it's really great for cueing your dog. Dog, come, come, come. It's staring at a bird, doesn't hear you. Tap, tap. The dog like, huh? And then I reach around, show him the food, and then guide his nose to me. It starts learning that vibration, which isn't painful or even uncomfortable. It's just kind of like a different feeling. Means, go find dad. Where are you? So vibration, find dad, find mom. And they start looking for you. I think vibration collars are really effective. I would not do a bark collar of any sort, even if it's a vibration. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a remote controlled, purely vibration collar for a young puppy, just to teach how to look and check in. We've had quite a few dogs who've come through Puppy Academy that were deaf. We have one right now that's like 60-70% blind, and she was scared of going on place because she kept hitting her ankle on it. So I started creating a food trail on the ground. She followed the food trail. Her nose touched the edge of the cot. She started learning how to lift up her paw. This is like, remember, this is a disability. It's a handicap for your dog. And they don't see handicap the way we do. So they're not going, oh, I'm a victim, I'm handicapped. It's purely, this is how they live their life. They don't feel the same things we do. So as long as you give them a solution to be able to give you focus, pay attention, and check in, there is no handicap for them. They're just living a different lifestyle than another dog would. Okay, I like that question. I like the deaf dogs, blind dogs. That's one of my favorite type of dogs to work with.
What about tips for a new puppy owner who used to be scared of dogs? How do they overcome their fear with a 10-week-old lab?
10-week-old lab, not the dog I would have chose to get over fear of a dog, because that's a very jumpy, excitable dog. 10 weeks old, go to puppyacademy.com, sign up for online school. Like, I'm not just trying to plug you into our online school. Find a different one if you guys want some, but you need someone or something to help you. If you're fearful of dogs, you can't have a dog jumping towards you, because every 10-week-old lab puppy is going to be jumping towards you, and you're doing this. In 6 months, you're the dog and the dog is the human, because you submitted more than the dog has. The dog's dominated you more than the human has. In dog world, remember, I'm not the, alpha dog, alpha male, alpha, no, forget all that crap. I don't care about that. But your dog cares about it. Your dog lives that lifestyle. Every dog does. So you just have to think about becoming a leader. Hire someone. Find a good balanced dog trainer for this, because if you're fearful, you don't want to give over affection. That's going to get more jumping later on. You want someone who's going to say like, hey, your dog is being disrespectful there, so do a little pressure. All right, they settle down, give slack. See how they're looking to you for the next thing? Let's do a couple recalls. Recall. Oh, see how the dog's getting a little too amped up? Let's do some pressure again. And let's just do a break where we give 5 minutes of sniff time. You need someone that's going to help you through that. So yes, you could do it all on your own. You could go follow YouTube, you go sign up for online school, or you could hire a private trainer. But I do recommend you get someone, because if you're backing up when your dog is jumping, that dog is going to start dominating you after a few more months of it. And it doesn't help if you have a partner who comes in hard and like gives a firm body block or gives them a hard knee. They're not advocating for you. You're a human. You have to advocate for yourself. Or children, we can advocate for as humans, but dogs understand adults versus children. And we kind of have to advocate for ourselves. So I'd be doing pressure work. I'd be doing body blocks. I'd be doing walk, training, play. Those are the first 3 things. If I'm doing knee bumps, leash pressure, and like really pushing into my dog because they're jumping on me so much, if I haven't checked my 3 boxes, that's more on me, not the dog. The dog's not making a mistake. I am. So I have to hit the brain, the body, and teach them how to settle and be calm. Wait, I want to read what she said. Thank you. I have an English lab that my family got, and he gets excited when he sees me. I try to pet, but I get kind of nervous. Stop trying to pet the dog. Try to train the dog instead. So someone who's afraid of dogs who wants to pet a dog, petting creates nipping and jumping habits, because puppies don't want to be pet. They want to be worked, played with, or trained. Stop trying to pet the dog. Start trying to train the dog. Grab a handful of his kibble, take his leash, and like tether it, you can't see, but like tether it to a piece of furniture from the harness, and you just stand in front of him. When he tries to jump, you step in, bump, then you take a step away. He can jump, he can't get to you. He kind of burns himself out a little bit. He starts settling. You can ask for your sit, good food. Come, place, which is within his leash distance. Good. Food. Break. Drop some kibble on the floor. Good. He gets his kibble. You can do different styles of training. You just might need to kind of hold him back a little bit, but don't do it till you create frustration. That would also not be good. So you got to find your middle ground. My recommendation for you though, what's your name? Jocelyn, find yourself a trainer. And it could be positive reinforcement, balanced dog trainer. Do not get a dominance trainer. I don't think that's what you need for a young puppy at that age. Yeah, I'd look for a program, someone who can teach you how to teach your dog and build a positive relationship. Okay, Ricky's signaling for me that I got. Oh, I thought you were telling me I have to end. Okay, this is from No Ho. All right. I get joy from reading these names. It's the only joy I get anymore. No Ho. All right. When to start leash and off-leash training. Most important thing. Okay, so they have two questions. I'm going to go with this one because it has to do with an 8-week-old puppy, and the off-leash training, you're like 9 months away from that. All right, most important thing to do with when you get a 8-week-old puppy home for the first time. Sign up for online school. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was a plug. I'm not kidding, because like truly, if I give you advice, I sit in this room with clients daily for a whole hour and go over what they do with their puppy for the first week of them having a young puppy. It takes a whole hour to go over all that conversation. So you're going leash at all times when they're out of the crate. Just on the harness, teach them how to drag it and get a light line, like one of those really skinny leashes if you have a really tiny dog. If you got like a big old fat, thick lab who at 8 weeks old is already 25 pounds, then you can do a regular leash on the harness and they just learn how to drag it around. You're training from day one and it's nothing crazy. I'm not, come sit, place down, sit. I'm crouched on the ground and I'm like, puppy, come. Good, yeah. Drop a kibble on the ground. Puppy, come. Good. No, I'm not kidding. Yes, we do. An 8-week-old puppy. In this room, teaching a lesson 1, we're literally teaching them to follow food with a lure for like 2 days, 3 days. They have a leash on. They start kind of like getting into stuff they shouldn't have. I pick up the leash. I freeze. They hit the end. They're like, what the heck's going on here? Puppy, come. They're like, what's that? Good. And they get excited to come back to me. That's what the first couple weeks looks like. Puppy training is teaching them how to follow food first, over, under, and through, which means you can do like a little obstacle course that they can like walk over, like water bottle sounds, paper sounds. They can hear the noises and get a little unsure, and then they get some food, so they kind of build confidence. So over, under, through, that's what Bethany would be saying right now. And yeah, that's for the most part, that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything hard with them. I'm not walking them outside because they're not even vaccinated yet. I'm doing easy recall, easy lure work, and I'm just teaching them how to kind of exist in a safe environment. I'm still doing playpens. I'm still doing crate, probably for a good chunk of the day because it's like an infant. Now Ricky's telling me I got to end it. But that's my big focus is I don't go super hard with young puppies. I just wanted to teach them how to follow me, look to me as their leader, not alpha, leader. So there's respect and understanding, not fear or anything. Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Okay. Usually Bethany is it. She's better at endings. Bye. Thanks for tuning into Ask a Puppy Trainer Show.
We hope you found some advice that you can use to help make puppyhood a little easier.
Don't forget to join us live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Instagram or TikTok at The Puppy Academy.
This is where you can get a chance to ask your burning questions in real time. And if you want even more puppy guidance, visit our website at thepuppyacademy.com for info on joining our online puppy school.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to our podcast and leaving us a review.
These reviews let more people find us and supports us on our mission to help as many puppy parents as possible around the globe.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.